Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of. Okay, so we're saying some words today that I didn't think that I would ever say again. We're going to review the new Gacha Mini Movie by MimiXD. And okay, it's not entirely new, it's 3 months old at this point, but it is new to me. And that is because I haven't been keeping up with MimiXD channel that much, honestly. And I really should have done. It's no secret that obviously my preferred method of form of gacha is just it is anything to do with storytelling, like mini movies, episodes, that kind of stuff. That's my usual. I'll pop in the odd music video every now and then, but of course, most of the time the music videos I was watching for MimiXD were out of loyalty. Because people don't know, my history with MimiXD is I was actually the some time ago, during like the big boom of gacha, the voice acting community, at some point someone said, "Hey, I'm casting this. There, I've been asked to look for actors for this new series coming up from a really well-known gacha tuber, who at the time I hadn't heard of." And so I was like, "Okay, fine. I mean, I'll apply anyway because I was applying to anything at this point." But yeah, and I ended up getting the lead role in that. That project didn't end up going ahead, but on the same server MimiXD ended up, who was of course the person in the first place, end up using the same actors for different roles. And in fact, I think actually contacted me directly about this role, which was the dad in a video called "My Endless Hope," which the chat has been discussing ever so briefly in here. I think it's because I've also like brought this up because Ghost Kitty saying I only see My Endless Hope makes these will be interesting. Yeah, I had to go back and watch some of our old catalog anyway as well. That's one of my ideas. Again, as far as well-known gacha tubers who started way back in the day, I definitely have to see some stuff like the Wolves or whatever. But that was really my extent to it. I was like, okay, I'm in this thing. It's great that it's out. I forget if I was actually doing live reviews at this point. It might have been that long ago, and it didn't really come to much more than that, end on a cliffhanger. And unfortunately, even to this day, that hasn't been resolved. And shortly after that, actually, like very, very shortly after, MimiXD ended up saying that she wasn't going to do any more gacha videos. And then, as I said in Walking Wednesday today, for a brief period of time, Mindless Hope was actually unlisted or privatized, one of the two. And I eventually encouraged her to put it back up again, which then led to a reaction video from her part saying ex-gacha tuber reacts to this, implying that even though she does videos, her time in this gacha as a gacha tuber was over. And thus, I've ended up not checking out the channel as much anymore. And then, only to then bring her up in today's topic of discussion for Walking Wednesday, which was why people delete their old series. And it turns out that in this case, I was actually mistaken. MimiXD did indeed make a return to gacha and is doing videos less frequently now, but still sometimes. But because they're mini movies, they take a long time. And so we are here. I know that was a very, very weird time to, but this is the end result. It's been a very strange, bumpy ride, and it's amazing. I ever talk directly, like in voice to the person, like at least one singular time. But yeah, it's time to go back, and it's time to actually check out the channel once again, see what's been done. This, to my knowledge, there's no voice actor credits, so it's not like I missed out on being cast in this or anything. Although I suppose technically everyone did by it not being voice acted, but we'll see. As people know, I am not one to judge thing not being voice acted versus it actually being it. So why on earth not? We're looking at time switch, but of course I've got to bring in the girl squad for today. It's KW and Ghosty.
Woo! The girl squad is here.
The squad.
Yeah.
All right.
My body is off camera, so I just have to move my head like this.
Yeah, happens a lot.
Looking like a parakeet in a video.
Just bobbing its head up and down.
All right. It is time.
I've never watched anything from MimiXD, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, the main verdict is that the idea is that people seem to have only watched My Endless Hope from MimiXD. Although there's plenty more videos. Again, I have to actually at some point. So,
I haven't even seen My Endless Hope. I wasn't in this community until a little bit ago, and now so I'm not really, in the know of who all the gacha tubers are. I just stay in my own corner.
Yeah, like I said, I hadn't heard of MimiXD until I saw her username on Discord after already being in the server. And then afterwards, I kind of looked up. I also it turns out I was in the minority there because actually I mentioned this to Aiden and Shorty, who by the time was also going by Mimi, the other well-known Mimi gacha tuber. And I said, and I think they casually mentioned MimiXD at one point and said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in one of her projects," and they're like, "Wait, what? What are you talking about?"
Wow.
I mean, it literally just happened. It's not like I kept it a secret. So that was when I was like, "Oh yeah, this is a big deal," and it was, yeah. And the video turned out to be pretty great. Again, unfortunate about the cliffhanger, but from what I've seen, people are asking for a part 2 of this one, so we might end up with that kind of ending in this case, but it's not related to it. In fact, I actually have the description of it because this time I actually had the foresight to do that, not the foresight to actually load it in Restream before starting the video. That was not good. Okay, time to its description. The lives of two very different girls are altered as they have been forced to exchange bodies. A selfish, stuck-up Jules Royce, in quotes, says goodbye to the 21st century and hello to the life formerly belonging to Juliet in the 19th century. Juliet not being in quotes. So is Jules Royce a nickname? I'm not sure. Anyway, so guys, thanks for watching. I don't make movies often, so whenever I do, I forget how much time there is put into making them. Like, serious respect to all those GCMM channels. As if Mimi herself does not count herself as one of those anymore, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I really hope you loved this movie. It was fun to make. Comment for part 2.
Uh-oh.
And there his mic goes off into the void.
I just charged this thing, so I think I just pressed the button by accident. If not, I'll have to jump and get the cable again. Maybe we should all rewatch My Endless Hope one day, just see some new opinions of it and see how much of us might have changed. That is an idea. I mean, there is like an idea of like doing like re-reviewing videos that have already featured on Gacha Review in the past. I guess that's kind of what I end up doing with whenever there's like something that like a Fallen Angels episode or Running With You, all the stuff that I've like featured in on KW's channel as me like, re-reviewing it as well, because I'm just offering, because I've obviously already done reviews on those. But yeah, maybe either that or KW will just have to jump onto your channel and make that your next Gacha reaction.
Alright, I'm open up for more Gacha reactions, so if you guys have good suggestions for me to react to, just tell me.
Yeah, I am still waiting for the Mutant Girl to feature on there, but in the meantime, why not this? All right, let's get up. Without further ado, on with the review.
Oh my.
Yeah, I know that the line is Timmy is an average kid, but like seeing like the word Mimi on screen, it also think like the line is Mimi is an average kid. So, in a weird way, it works.
Like
Jules's mansion. All right. Already, I'm loving the lighting of this. Also, yeah, Thanks for the reminder to watch in 1080p. Yeah, Restream downgrades a lot of the quality on these, so I think you might be watching this at 720 right now, but good to know that it's in 1080p, even though you can just see that on YouTube for the most part, usually. Anyway. Oh, we've even got some like hors d'oeuvres and such. Those are very tiny
Nice.
watermelons in comparison to the sandwiches there. But there you go.
They're probably watermelon candies?
Potentially. Again, I said this to KW yesterday, but I have just like finished watching all of She-Ra today, so I'm just thinking Entrapta now. Tiny food. Okay, yeah, confirmed. No voice acting. Jerome. Oh wow, that immediately increased volume. Hold on a second.
Wow, jeez.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rewind that because that was on my end. Or was that like actually in the video? Hold on. I can't rewind properly because it's a mini movie. Yeah, Mimi's an average kid. Yes. Okay.
Custom props and background.
Oh, that's another thing. I actually, after the Minder's Hope came out, I actually contacted Mimi again, and I asked like how. Oh, actually no, maybe not. Maybe it's good. I think Mimi might have like found the review or something. I'm not entirely sure. I sent the review. Someone sent the review, and so she actually answered the question that was, and that she got the stuff from freepick.com, which is when I started using Freepick back in the day. So it's actually thanks to MimiXD that, you know, user quality improved.
Freepick has some good backgrounds. I just don't use Freepick because I like to abuse my fingers.
Yes, I understand that. Yeah, although the part of the reason that I joined the Gacha community in the first place is because I have little to no artistic ability of my own, and therefore I like using the stuff from Gacha as a way to the stories because that's what I can do. But yeah, I know that I'm once again in the minority there. But yeah, I keep telling Aiden to use more of Freepick because he keeps asking me like, how are we gonna find this thing for this thing? Whenever writing stuff in scripts, and I say like, oh, it's like this background we need for this scene. It's like I can't find that. It's like, Aiden, just go on Freepick, just look it up. That's all you have to do.
I use Pinterest because apparently that's where a lot of Gacha people would go to is Pinterest.
That's a fine option too. I mean, and Freepick isn't perfect. Sometimes they do like hyper specific stuff, and you don't know like quite how to phrase it and search it up.
Yeah,
and a lot of the backgrounds there, they have like existing people in there, so they might be tweaking. But sometimes you find the right things.
Yeah,
most of Puppy Love, I will say. Gotta see if the music increases.
Yeah, it's the video.
Okay, that was what I was needed to check. All right. Finally, a rich girl who doesn't wear pink. Well, she is blonde. I hope this is where I can. Hey, she might get changed later on. Be careful what you wish for there. Jerome, I'm gonna turn the music down again. Jerome, get over here now! Hey, hey, hey. We've been rewriting that series today as well.
It is like 70 degrees. Stop being such a threat.
Well, I know what voice I'm giving this character now. Yes, Miss Rice. Oh, my lungs.
Are you deaf? I've been calling you for ages.
No, you just called him twice.
So, what's your excuse?
I had to run from the 36th floor.
There were 36 floors? That's not even...
I don't care. I didn't ask.
Actually, you did, like right now. You just asked. Oh, sorry, madam.
Whatever. I need you to stand over there and block the sun. It's getting in my eyes.
Yes, of course, madam. Is this good, madam? Actually,
Sure.
no, because the sun is actually coming from the opposite direction, as evidenced by the lighting in this video. So, unfortunately, Jerome, no. You gotta get behind her.
What is the chef cooking for dinner tonight?
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Royce. There will be no chef tonight. He got food poisoning.
What do you mean there will be no chef? Do you want me to starve and die, Jerome?
No, madam. That would be tragic.
No, it wouldn't.
Then find me a new chef.
Does she
But,
live
madam, I
here?
mean, the old chef is back tomorrow. We don't need, like, I could just cook something for the day. Way easier.
What?
Oh, this line is apparently Jules's, but also coming from Jerome. Anyway, I have contacted numerous esteemed chefs, but they all refuse to...
Refuse to what? Work for me? Why would anybody not want to work for me?
Truly, it defies expectations. Oh, he's actually going to say it. Let's see, madam. Just off the top of my head. Chef Melody left just 2 days after being employed because you said, worst food ever, rethink your culinary skills and your life.
Okay, so...
You also said that her hair was ugly.
Well, it was. I mean, like, I tried to tell her to get certain bangs instead of that monstrosity she called a fringe.
Curtain bangs, but yeah. Joe is one of my favorite characters now related to the video. it's the Emil magic. Honestly, like, if this had been voice acted and like there was like a notice sent out or something, there's a good likelihood that I would have like gone for this character. I might have possibly gotten it too. You never know. I could have been Jerome for real. Right, then there was...
I was only trying to help her, you know.
Yes, of course. Then there was Rita. Lovely woman, might I add. Yes, lovely woman. But you increased her working hours even after she explicitly told you she was unable to work long hours. Because she wouldn't be able to see her children as much.
Okay, well, what about me? Like, who's going to feed me? Okay, fine, then everybody forget about Jewel Royce. Like, those kids have a father, don't they?
Actually, no. He was arrested. They actually don't, but...
Ugh, it's not like my fault.
Actually, you filed the charges against him. Yes, of course, madam. Then there was...
Ugh, that's enough, Jerome.
But miss, that was only last week's report. Wait, what? Last week? Is this like... Is this like those stories where like the unruly children go through like a nanny every 2 days or something?
Probably.
But it's the chef this time. I mean, now I can see why it's a long list. I thought like the regular chef was just like sick for the day or something, but okay, fair enough. It's a case of having to hire people all the time. Remember how that name is spelt again? I forgot how it was spelt. What? But which? Oh, Jerome. There you go. Nobody. Defense against. I'm guessing you pressed enter by accident, so I'll let you cut the rest of it.
Defense against
more to go
tobacco.
No, do not read me anymore.
I went through all the effort of printing out this list from the computer, which was on the 43rd floor.
And fix your tie. It's crooked.
It is actually a neckerchief. I am in the Boy Scouts. I mean, that is what that prop actually is. So. Anyway. Of course, madam. I'm sorry.
The neckerchief turned into a tie.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm pretty sure the lighting has actually intensified on Jules here, which, I mean, on one hand, great effect. Yeah, like great effect on her to like make her look like an ethereal being, you know, the epitome of perfection and wealth and such. But however, wasn't Jerome meant to be blocking the sun? It further solidifies what I was saying before, that he is doing a terrible job right now. And okay, we're done with that scene. I'm guessing we're back. Well, this is the 19th century part. We're going to meet Juliet now. And effectively, yes, we are. Everybody look!
Juliet is here! Hi, Juliet!
Juliet!
Good morning, Miss Juliet!
Why is this entire town only full of children?
That's a good question.
It's Neverland!
Is this why Juliet is so revered, because she's the only adult caring for this entire village?
Maybe there are a lot of orphans here. In which case, that would be the second worst thing that ever happened to those orphans.
Yes, yes. We had Junior here yesterday. I don't need more Technoblade quotes.
I don't get
Another adult. Or the child just really close up to the camera. I cannot tell.
I think this looks more like an adult, but I'm just gonna say late teen to make the joke still work. How's it going, Juliet?
Good morning, everybody.
Look,
flowers for you that shrink into your hand to be held by you.
Like, maybe it was supposed to be her throwing it.
Well, yeah, but then I guess, yeah, maybe. She is so sweet. They're still like looking up towards her. The mother's still like looking upwards, as if like Juliet is just. That's really it. Like Juliet's actually just a giant.
Or an angel.
Oh, the name of the character whose voice was for Juliet. Oh, Emile. E-M-I-L. Emile. It's in the people above credits anyway. Even though it's me. Okay, there's an ethereal being there reflected in the sun. I feel like that must be MimiXD's like new favorite effect, probably. Good morning, Juliet. Is our door still a sheet of paper? Apparently
morning,
it is.
Juliet.
Good morning, Mrs. Smith. Fine day.
The sun is setting, but other than that, yes.
Fine
day indeed, thanks to God.
Do you need help with anything, Mrs. Smith? I could do your washing up, your cleaning, anything.
Well, aren't you just a star?
Oh, Bond, that happened to me too.
As a matter of fact, I think that the sitting room might do with a bit of dusting.
I think it's YouTube right now, so don't worry. It's not just you.
Welcome to our village of orphans. You may not have swords or guards, but can bite your ankles if you attack us. It just becomes like they become the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi.
Ghost King, write that down. Write that down. Write that down.
Attacking the killing children.
Oh my goodness, yeah. MimiXD, here's your next product. This next project. City of Orphans, Gacha Club Mini Movie. Or Gacha Life 2 if you decide to move to that. Which actually does make sense for MimiXD, because actually My Endless Hope was about orphans.
Come on in, Juliet.
Of course. Away! Do you see the way she like slid forwards? Oh, and of course we have to have it at least one time where the layers are not actually pre-rendered, and so the character moves at a different speed to the background. Oh, but now it's normal. Okay.
I'm sure that you will benefit from this more than me.
From whom, Juliet?
Hello,
I was about to
Mother.
like the same voice.
I have a surprise for you.
Really? What is it?
Follow me.
Ah, people.
Look, Juliet. I found you a man to marry. He looks like a cardboard cutout of a man.
And he is a cardboard cut. Like, Mother, I believe you've. I appreciate the effort, but I believe you've been scammed. Oh, whatever do you mean? Beep.
Yeah, like that's because they look like they haven't moved, unlike Cordelia here. They just, which is why you say they're cardboard cutouts because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
so stiff.
Oh dear.
Isn't he just handsome?
Hello, I am Timothy Oswald. This is my mother, Elora Oswald. I cannot wait to call you mine. Okay, so here's a little bit of a world history for you. The presenting your fiancé with a diamond ring upon proposal is actually a 20th century invention. It was part of an ad campaign. So in the 19th century, I think they still got down on one knee, but they did not have the ring yet as part of common custom.
They just like hold your hand over it and say, "Will you marry me?" Is that it? Or
essentially, yeah. Sometimes even without the knee. I've seen me like set in the past and stuff where they just go like cats just go, "Marry me, Elizabeth." I don't know if it's Elizabeth necessarily, but I don't know. Whatever.
Right.
Just a placeholder.
Eliza, we will be happy together.
Yeah, and that's not to mention the copious proposals in Pride and Prejudice before, I guess Elizabeth ended up finally conceding. Anyway.
Can I call you mine?
A piece of paper.
Mother,
Egats.
I will not marry for money.
She just said he was handsome. He didn't necessarily say that he was wealthy. It was maybe a bit implied, but I mean,
no, like the other woman was holding a piece of paper with.
Yeah, it looks like a contract of sorts.
Yeah, we didn't. Well, that could be a marriage contract. I mean, but actually, wait, did they even have those? Not really sure. Yeah, because we don't know what's on the piece of paper, so we don't know if it was necessarily that this is a piece of paper stating my family's net worth, but we can't read. It's the 19th century. Oh, well, just believe what it says on here then. Anyway, yes, arranged marriage actually exists. I don't trust arranged marriage because of other gacha stories and stuff. Yes, but then again, this is MimiXD, and I have a lot of faith in MimiXD particularly. So, yeah, let's see.
I know I do not know how to pronounce that word.
I abhor.
I abhor arranged marriages in any form.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You never mentioned this once to me in your entire life.
Mother, I am not a fool. I see the papers in your hands with your signature at the bottom.
Well, that's great, but we sure don't. I mean, okay, maybe like editing this might be a little bit out of the skill set of MimiXD at this point, which is I guess fine, but also like.
Yeah, I think
from the previous image, it didn't really come across from the reaction until right now being clarified.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one of us three who would actually take it into File Packer, zoom in, and write the text.
Yeah, well, actually, I can do that now.
It was written invisibly.
Yeah, but then she still read it, and this is ignoring the fact that in the 19th century, not everyone could read. Especially, it doesn't seem. I guess it's kind of like debatable whether or not Cordelia and a family and Juliet therefore are like well off or not. Probably, considering this arranged marriage is happening in the first place.
You have signed a contract.
Suddenly, she's very guilty.
I have told you that I will find a way to make a better living for us.
not
Just
giving
give
away
me
all of
more
your money.
fun. I'll make money, I know that.
Okay, hold on a second. So she makes a lot of money like doing like menial tasks for the entire village and everyone loves her or whatever. But like but still like gives it all away. I understand like being a philanthropist and everything. But if your own family is in financial need, at least keep some of those profits to use to support the family that you're trying to support in the first place and promising to do so, I would imagine.
You know nothing, child. You live with your head floating in the clouds, constantly blinded by a fog of light. In your perfect little world never met with reality. Look around, child. We are destitute. You have a kind heart, Juliet. I fear it is almost too kind for this world. But, sweetheart, you have to realize we can barely survive the way things are right now. I'm sorry that I am going against your wishes, but
marriage would be the best thing for us. Sorry, I didn't pause it enough time. Let's go on screen for longer. I mean, okay, so to analyze that, I mean, it's at least the kindest way of going against someone's wishes. That adds like a little bit more nuance to it than just, oh, you know, this is the way this is done, and this was done to me, and therefore I shall do so to you, blah, 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 blah. Like, this at least, like, adds an extra reason. And on top of that, again, Cordelia has definitely been reckless with money, considering that she just, like, immediately gives everything, like, all away, and, like, doesn't actually do any, like, save anything whatsoever. I mean, for crying out loud, even Spider-Man managed to think, like, okay, I've got to do some of this like for myself at the same time as like saving other people.
Right.
Yeah. Like in some cases, you've got to do both.
Will you marry him? No, I will not. Orphans
attack! we may not have much money or much in the way of food or a comfortable living space, but you know what we do have in this town? A legion of orphans! And you will never take us alive.
Actually, no, I think I have a bad feeling why there's so many orphans in this village.
Because people keep refusing arranged marriages.
No, actually, if this is the 19th if this is well and truly the 19th century, then a bunch of things are going around, like the bubonic plague.
I think the bubonic plague was actually like way earlier than that, but it definitely wasn't the most hygienic time in the world anyway. But that being said, it was a time of more of an infant mortality than it was of adult mortality. So if you think it would be the other way around, there would not be that many children.
Okay, Mother. Timothy, I shall wed for you.
Trust me, I don't. Looking at Timothy, he doesn't look too happy about this arrangement either.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm just looking at like the wrinkle folds like at the top of Timothy's eyes now that seem reminiscent of the ones that you find in Gacha Life 2. Did MimiXD get early access?
The gods are looking to these two girls and they're like, you need to switch places because you need to be more selfish.
Of course, yeah. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Okay, this is not like warping through time in a horrifying way like music. Imagine if Doctor Who opened up with this. No! Rest in peace, Mother, Prince, and Queen. Their ankles were all destroyed by orphans. We be small, but we got numbers. Random. We may be small, but we got numbers. Random orphan number 103. Is it like the village? It's like the village in like Egg's Guide to Minecraft. I am villager number 103. I am orphan 103. Nice to meet you.
Oh God.
What the heck is this? I am Jules Royce. I will sue whoever is behind this. I will sue God, I guess. Anyways, hello? Jerome? Hey, what's going free? Oh.
Do you know who I
am? Okay, so you know how in Back to the Future, eventually Marty McFly makes his way down to Hill Valley for the first time. We see how different it looked back in 1955 and etc. etc. Yeah, like he looks around, like everything that he takes in that moment is reminiscing that something is not right. This place is not recognizable to him. He still thinks he might have almost been dreaming. Is not quite sure what has happened, and then it clicks him after he like reads the date, but he's still reacting to stuff that's going on. Here, Jules is just like, I'm apparently okay with wearing this dress that was not mine. It was probably very dirty and ragged. I'm just going to go around this town that I do not recognize whatsoever from a house that was not mine. But also, do you know who I am? Like, by all means, keep that personality, but also, like, she's got to react to her surroundings. I mean, you've gone through the effort of finding the backgrounds for it. You know, at least demonstrate that people have a reaction to that. Like, wait, this video got put on private.
Wait, what?
Well, like just now.
No, I'm going to click on it right now.
Right this second. Why?
What?
How? Like the timing of all of these things. I say that MimiXD is gone. Turns out she's back. I say that she's back. Turns out she goes again. How?
It's just a video. What?
My goodness, I'm gonna have to talk to her again after. It's like, hey, what's happening? Oh my goodness.
Jake, I believe you, Josh. No, I just clicked on it just to make sure, just in case it's not a YouTube error or anything like that. It's gone.
It's gone. It's prevented. It's completely eviscerated.
Well, I guess people should check out Mindless Hope before it also disappears again, I suppose. My goodness. When I say that Gacha View is an archive for stuff, I don't necessarily mean, like, in the moment when it happens.
Was she secretly watching this and hearing our comments or something? Like, huh?
I mean, potentially. There is always the option that maybe she thinks that because of that we're no longer going to be able to like have access to the video, not realizing this is a downloaded video and therefore rating independently to the actual video. But like also Mimi, we've spoken before. Like if you want to talk to me, just talk to me.
No,
if you are here. Actually, let me just check.
Just now?
Okay, I've got
all the music videos are prevented too. What?
Someone download Mindless Hope quickly before it like disappears. I don't want that to like vanish again.
I'm on it, downloading Mindless Hope.
Okay, thank you. Because that needs to be archived. We just lost Sapphire Wings, okay? That's the reason I like this whole video talking about like discontinued and cancel stuff, and then the next thing.
All our stuff. Oh my god! Only stuff from like a year ago to like way back is up.
Gone.
Only like stuff from like from many years ago to like 1 year ago now. It's just like there. Nothing else.
I'm almost hesitant to like review the wolves now. Like is that like it's my goodness, if that's a huge coincidence. MimiXD, if you're watching this video now, feel free to message in chat. Like, if you don't people like reacting to these, like say so. Don't we can stop. Don't like delete stuff in your channel just because of that. And also, we are actually, for the record, we are enjoying this video. We're making jokes, but we are actually having a good time here watching this video.
Like, this is like one of the better stuff we have seen so far, at least to me, to my knowledge.
Oh yeah, to mine as well.
Mimi, if you're here, give us a sign.
No, like just
yourself.
when you said something about Sapphire Reeds, you're like, I don't know why. I went through all of her community posts, and she said, "Oh, I decided to discontinue Sapphire Rain, so that's why it's private." And I'm like, really?
Oh no, so there was going to be no more content, therefore there can be no content. That makes sense.
And apparently she's still doing Enchantment 7. Like, there's like trailers and stuff, and she keeps saying like we're working on it and everything.
Which is fair. Okay, that's that's at least something. And yes, good thing I said just a video. Good thing that I actually like chose to like say like, okay, I'm not gonna like. Sometimes with the videos you send me, I like withhold them for a couple of days and like, okay, I'll do this thing first, and then I'll like loop back around to it if I want to like.
But like
something else.
Enchantment 7 music videos are gone though, so yet I don't. I'm confused by Viara.
I'm confused about MimiXD. Okay.
Like, here's the thing. I have deleted my own series and everything like that because the way everyone explained about Kappa for the first time, everyone say, "Oh, your channel is going to get terminated if you're not family, and you have copyrighted music and stuff." And I'm like, oh no, I need to like delete my videos. But then,
that was a hyper specific example. I forgot to like mention you specifically because I didn't know like what series particularly you had, so I couldn't like say.
It was a very old Star Stable series called Selena and the Keeper.
Okay.
Oh god, it's a cringe series. You could tell there were so many grammar errors, a lot of copyright music, a lot of bad pasting and everything like that.
Sounds about right. Sounds a bit like Kawaii, actually.
But like my two friends who were part of those series, Anna Wolfberg and Ezra Penn, and I shot them out, even though they don't really do much content anymore because of life. They have a lot of content that I am involved with. So if you guys want to see old little me playing Star Stable, besides me playing Star Stable right now, then yeah, check out those channels if you want to see me.
Okay. Coming soon on Star Stable Review.
I mean, hey! If you want something new!
Mm-hmm.
KW, you play Star Stable?
Yes, I do.
Is that it like... I heard that game is a technical mess on a lot of regards. Is this
It is actually. I can send you a video of where I was going to a Halloween event and I was on this beach and the water is being like a neon glitch, like having a ball or whatever. And I was like, what is happening? I thought it was just my computer, but everyone in my comments were like, oh no, we have the same issue here in this server and everything like that. So I'm like, oh, so this is Star Stable's issue.
Well.
That's where, guys, it can be a fun game, but yeah, a lot of difficulties and some stuff I'm just like, really?
I'm so sorry for you, Star Stable fan. Your game is a buggy technical mess and I wish I could fix it.
Oh well.
Oh,
the first thing I've written is, do you know who I am? Hey, welcome Fox. Welcome to a video that no longer exists on the internet that we're still reviewing. Just found out about that a few minutes ago. But yeah.
This video came out 3 months ago, and it's just now like private or deleted it. Yeah. It's gone.
All right. Well, I guess no one has said anything otherwise. I'm checking my Discord DMs and nothing has appeared. So yeah, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, I keep refreshing and like.
You Jules. Oh, sorry. This is still your character.
Oh, and you are so getting canceled on Twitter for that behavior.
Now, your accounts are, because otherwise that threat is meaningless.
In fact, you will probably get canceled for that outfit.
Unlike the one that I am currently wearing, which I refuse to acknowledge.
At this point, Gacha Review is a graveyard for people's content.
Low key.
Yeah, there's a video by Wizmichu. There's this Spanish YouTuber that I followed for a number of years, and he did like this sketch actually, where he actually like paid a Japanese voice actor to voice act over this and like subtitled it in Spanish. But it was like everything that I touch, I end up destroying. It's like walking through like a graveyard, It's like I make a video about Torbe, and they put him in jail. I say that, you know, I talk about the mother from Tenerife, which is like one of his like main rivals, like one of the oversensitive parents or whatever, and then they take her account away, and then it's like now they've closed down the magazines for teens that I would like make fun of and whatever. That was like the big reveal. And every time it was like just on these gravestones was every one of these different things. I kind of feel like that now. I could just like remake that sketch and just be like everything I touch and view, I destroy, and just like all of these different things. It really is something. And now she notices. What's up with everyone's outfit? Okay, this is interesting.
Hello, Miss Jones. Such a fine day today.
Okay, so she knows. Interesting. I thought what was going to happen was that she was going to end up. She was going to end up inside the body of Juliet and vice versa, and that was what was going to happen. But I guess, and then like the people would think that she was Juliet, but I guess now, I guess like their lives have been completely rewritten, but they have the memories of the other lives, I suppose. Okay.
I guess so.
Not quite the way I was expecting this to go, but at least it doesn't invite the question as to why she looks exactly the same. All right then.
Finally, someone with a bit of respect. What do you want, kid?
You know, like the kid has respect.
Quick, because I need to file a report for assault, like right now.
Yeah, but against who? You don't know who's responsible.
Sorry, Miss Jones. I just want to congratulate you on your success.
I've always had success. Success is my best friend. Elaborate.
That's a good question. What are her interests? Anyway.
You're married with the noble Timothy Oswald.
Hey guys, like and subscribe to MimiXD for more content like this before it gets
deleted.
Yeah,
exactly. If you can find any. Mm-hmm.
The whole village is talking about it.
Marriage? What marriage? Listen, kid, I don't know who's setting you up for this, but whatever's going on, I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, our part would be two different words there.
Now run back home to mommy and daddy and leave me the heck alone.
Oh, that reaction. He definitely is an orphan.
I'm sorry, Miss Jules. I didn't mean to upset you.
Seriously, what is going on with everybody today?
I love she even put on a hat and didn't question it at all. Oh, now as I say that, she questions what she's wearing. I'm sorry, did she just like wake up out of bed and like just did not like do any preparations whatsoever? It's like, okay, wake up in the morning and I walk out my room. Nothing else.
Like, to be honest, it takes me a while to get dressed after getting out of bed. I normally eat food.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to Juliet's mother then if the stories were rewritten. That's actually a very good question. Does it mean like that Cordelia? Does Cordelia still look the same, and it's just and now there's like a difference between the pair of them, or is it that, or is it that Jules's mother would be replaced in the situation, and she doesn't remember her previous life, but now thinks that she's Cordelia? That's a very yeah.
That's a question.
Yeah.
As for Jules' parents, we didn't see them, so we could assume that Jules' parents.
Yeah, we could assume that if that's the case, Cordelia has been like with Hermes has been like written out of the timeline altogether.
Written out of the timeline.
Unless Cordelia becomes Jerome, and that's how. Like it was like Dobby from Harry Potter.
Because he's Dobby in human form.
Because I mean, if you're gonna make a voice of a poor helpless creature, you might as well make it Dobby.
Hey, at least Dobby, unlike other house elves, didn't want to be a house elf.
There is that.
I'm going to barf. Hey, you!
Hello, Jules.
Oh, okay. Sir Lancelot, interesting.
Such a fine day today.
Yeah, whatever. Now riddle me this. Why is everybody dressed up like extras from Annie?
Pardon me, but who's Annie?
The musical with the dancing orphans?
Oh, I see.
Well, if you want dancing orphans, we've got plenty of those. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Like a whole routine happens. It's like this becomes like an old Hollywood musical out of nowhere.
Go see, write that down. Gosh, it's like I'm in the wrong. Wait. What year is it?
Oh, it's 1824. I'm just picturing Dobby from saying Dobby's life from Harry Potter. I just imagine.
Miss Juliet has given Orphan cash. Orphan is free.
Oh, God.
You lost me my orphans! Anyway. Okay, so Jerome is still Jerome. Got it. Which I guess means that Cordelia is also still Cordelia. And, okay, and Juliet, at least, being a much smarter individual, has noticed that something is wrong immediately. Are you all right, madam? Can I get you anything? Madam, have I upset you? If so, please forgive me.
Huh? No.
Oh, silly me, it's my tie again, isn't it? It truly is quite bothersome. Okay, so interesting. So that means that everything that happened with Jules has still happened in this reality, and she was still critical of her. Did they just, like, inherit those personalities up until now in the timeline? Like, I want to know the rules of this, really. I mean, it's great that detail actually even came back, or it actually had significance in the first place, because a lot of gacha people would just ignore the small details like that. But now that it's there, I want to analyze it. Like it does raise the question of the rules now. Please forgive me, madam. I promise that I am not always this unkempt.
What? Don't worry,
Please don't fire me. I promise I will do better in the further.
Wow. Just... Wow.
Unlike in the before, I will do better in the further. I like this moment, the close. I will fix it right away. May I be excused, madam?
Yes, of course.
Thank you, madam.
What was that about? What did I do to make him fear me like that?
I mean, he clearly knows you, at the very least, so you would figure that from somewhere. Oh. Start scrubbing faster. Oh, okay. About the same speed. Oh, look. More children.
Well, aren't you just adorable? Hello there. Oh no, please don't cry.
I just thought of something. Like, as like a woman from the 19th century, could you imagine what she must be feeling like now, wearing like an outfit that is like showing this much? Like, for her own mental states, I can imagine she's just thinking, like, oh.
Like, I can imagine this much skin is almost unprecedented for her.
Exactly,
Right.
yeah. Anyway.
Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, madam. He was not supposed to leave my sight.
Oh, this is the maid that couldn't, like, that had to work extra. Wait, no, that was the chef from earlier. The chef from before couldn't see her children. Is this like a policy for everyone? If you can't work the hours, bring your children to the to the workplace.
Right. Please forgive me. I don't want to be in trouble.
Hey, nobody's in trouble.
I'm sorry, miss. His father is out of the country, and I'm trying to make a living for the both of us. I had to bring him to work today because I couldn't find anyone to babysit him. He's all I have. I'm sorry if he disturbed you.
It's like it's just it's like trying to plead for, like, not to have a child taken away from her.
Please, calm down. He did not disturb me, I promise. I possess nothing but respect for diligent mothers like you.
I will say this. One thing that I have noticed with both sides of this is that another thing that MimiXD does, like, which is above and beyond what other gacha tubers would have done, is the dialogue does feel very different. I mean, it feels like more like a formal greet. Everything's very formal for the 19th century rather than, like, using maybe a specific lingo that might have been lost to time. But even despite that, I mean, and ignoring the pop culture references that Jules has dropped, like Annie or Twitter or something like that, there's still a very clear difference from both sides. Especially with the 19th century where Jules interacted with other people. Like, it's more noticeable there than it is here. But even so, it does establish that, yes, they do very much preserve all of their memories and nothing else is everything else has been rewritten.
I'm definitely going to jail.
Yeah.
You do? But I thought you despised children.
Yes, the children, but not the mothers. I clearly said I respect for diligent mothers. I said nothing about the children.
Me? Impossible. I can never despise children. I believe that children are a blessing brought into our lives to be nurtured and looked after with care.
Okay, two things about that. One, I believe the children are the future. But also, this, like, the 19th century was around the time when the Romantic poets were starting to make headways, and that was, like, the main, like, movement at the time in that sphere. And one of the things that they wrote about a lot was actually about childhood. This was the first time period where childhood was actually starting to be like seen and revered in the way that it is now, as the time of innocence and joy before the rest of hardship of life will hit you, in theory. So it is sort of like having someone who's, like, seen that culture emerge and having immediately taken to it, as, you know, a fairly young lady herself should be prone to the new ways of thinking, much like the generations that we have now, and so has adopted that into it. I'm not sure if that was deliberate or not. That may be a happy accident, but who knows? Maybe MimiXD is studying romantic poetry in history class or something. You never know.
And sort of goes Katie. I don't know, like, how 100%, but there are times where it can be scandalous or is shameful if you show a lot of skin or being very the word I don't think is allowed to say on this live stream, so
Promiscuous.
yeah, there we go. That will work. But I know for that to this day though, like, with certain Muslim cultures, that women are not allowed to show a lot of skin except for, like,
Oh yeah,
husbands and such. So, but it just depends how, like I said, how you raise and everything in that culture. So it could be vary, but, like, I think in most cases in the Muslim culture that women are not allowed to show a whole lot of skin except for, like, their eyes at least, so they can like see or whatever.
Yeah, that is true, and that's also because that like any sort of and any revelation of like any part of them will like trigger some sort of a lewd thought in a man, which was the same mentality behind the Victorian Romantic era, whatever you want to call it, customs of like even hiding like up to your ankles, even showing your ankles was considered promiscuous at that time, and then it was mostly like the 1920s where they started changing, and things became a lot more carefree just in general. Obviously not entirely, like then over the years, we still like it's getting to the point where it's like it's more and more commonly accepted. So you got to wonder like in the future how that will continue to go about, because sometimes people will try like show skin deliberately, but if there's more like exposure to this kind of thing, who knows if that will actually even work in the future, if there is some other approach to courting people or whatever. You never know. It's interesting to contemplate, but that was I guess that's where that all originates from. Who knows? Maybe all the futuristic media that we've consumed is wrong on levels of clothing. You never know. I don't see like time being like talked about a lot in Gacha either. It was, apart from that while ago, that was like I think it was like the 1985 or something like that, where people would they start off in modern day and then like do like a flashback and the song would continue, but like them in like a 1980s style or something like that, or even like further back in time. I think when it's like 1950s or something. I'm thinking Back to the Future again, but it was some sort of trend like that. Anyway,
thank you, Miss Juliet. Oh, I believe the new chef has arrived.
The last chef in town. It's just like the most like unhygienic person ever. It's like covered in flies. I was like, yes, I am chef. Point me to kitchen now. It's like, this was the last one, madam. I'm sorry you turned all the others away. Well, I'm sure that we can visit your services. My name is Igor.
Ghost Kitty is asking if I'm okay. Yes, I'm fine. I'm just thinking about something.
All right.
That's the thing. My face, like, I figured out my face tends to get scary when I'm thinking about something. I promise, I'm not thinking of violence. I'm trying to think of what I should order for McDonald's on DoorDash.
What are your options right now?
For me, it's between a standard burger and some McNuggets.
Forget McDonald's and forget the dashing of doors. Igor will cook. Point me to kitchen.
Point me to kitchen.
I vote for the chicken McNuggies. I mean, there's nothing wrong with chicken McNuggies, right? I mean, come on.
Igor has made chicken McNuggies from scratch. Igor used to keep chickens, and now because of Nuggies, Igor no longer keeps chickens.
Well then, I shall go make a delightful first impression.
I can't wait for the chef to reveal that to look like nothing like this character we've just invented.
She looks tired.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Juliet. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
She's tired because they flew her all the they flew her like across the ocean because they couldn't find anyone else in this country.
With how it is right now, you blend in a lot with the darkness, which is why I said you become one with the shadows.
Yeah. Oh, the houseboat documentary piece of Jules and Juliet switch back. Yeah, I think the idea is this: they're both supposed to learn different lessons, where one of them can learn to stand up for herself and what she actually wants, and realize what she wants, and the other one, that other people also exist, and they are, and like not everyone has to be so subservient to her. I think that's going to be like the moral of the story, but we'll see.
Like, either that or this is a nice vacation for Juliet from all of the terrible her family has thrust upon her.
This is also true. This is essentially the Prince and the Pauper, but with time travel. And also the Prince and the Pauper do not look alike. Anyway, I like to be paid up front, and I forgot I was the line. And the other half by the end of the week.
Whoa, that was rude.
Wow, first time she's like openly criticized someone, apart from I guess her mother. I'm sure it's nothing you can't handle, Miss Juliet. After all, your roasts are legendary. Just look at what you said to me yesterday. That was you, apparently, now in this new timeline. Have you got this story so far compared to My Endless Hope? I think I actually like this one a bit better, not gonna lie. Because with My Endless Hope, the starting point was that the main actor's parents, I forgot like everyone's names, but the parents were clearly were not like handling things very well, and they like took the main character to the orphanage and like promised to bring her back, and then that was the whole deal. It was a lie and such. I mean, if I like figure out why that happened, it was just like, oh, this needs to happen for the rest of the story to take place inside of the orphanage, which made me think that my character, who was the dad, was kind of superfluous, but I of course didn't say anything because I wanted to be in the but yeah, the other thing, forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, and then for the rest of it, there was, I don't know. So far, I guess I got to enjoy these characters a bit more than the other ones too, because of the other ones we had like you had like the bad boy and the brother, and I don't know, other stuff. There was a bit of like a hint of romance or something. It wasn't really like needed for the story. There was a bit towards the middle, which was the inspiration point, which is the music video in the first place, with the head of the orphanage and what like the headphones meant to her and stuff. Obviously, that was like towards the middle point, and I think we are like a third of the way through. So maybe at some point we'll end up with like one of those emotional scenes halfway through the video. But for now, this is like the starting point goes. I prefer this over My Endless Hope. Also, technical level, MimiXD clearly has still to evolve. Like I mentioned the lighting before, but even the custom backgrounds, they blended in My Endless Hope, don't get me wrong, but in this one, they do seem seamless mostly, even if they are like blurred towards the background and people seem to like emerge and like come to the front as if they're all like dating sim characters. But in a weird way, it still works. So there you have it. And give the llama a break. Oh, perhaps now is not the time to be making jokes.
No, it's okay, Jerome.
Wait, she knows his name now? Did he say his name at any point? Because otherwise she wouldn't know. What?
No, he didn't.
Ooh.
Maybe they have like some sort of memory cross section.
Maybe. Normally that's conveyed in some sort of visual format, right? Like mild flashes of Jules or something, when like didn't connect what's happened. But yeah, I don't know.
No idea.
It's double because John's based from MimiXD, so we're probably not going to get one. Yeah, we didn't get one last time. I forget what she like actually said last time. Was the reason? Let me just check. Oh, okay. Her name on Discord is not MimiXD anymore. It's probably M ... or something like that at this point. Because for some reason everyone deciding to do that, and I have no idea why. Makes pinging people a nightmare to try and do. Okay, here it is. Voice acting. Oh, I'm still referred to as George Dad in here. There's only 6 members left. I think MimiXD also like left the server that she created. Wow.
Wait, what? She left us.
Well, that must have happened like a long time ago. So it's not like it's. Oh wait, no, hold on. I just realized. Okay, I think this is. I think this was her account.
So is that supposed to be the mattress?
Oh yeah, I did actually. Oh yeah, I did actually like message her after this. I messaged her last time in August 2021, asking her. I think. Yeah, it's because I was trying to like get people to join a stream. I was like, okay, I need to message like someone needs to join for this before like everyone seemed to be clamoring to be guests. But yeah. Yeah, I can't find the message. I apparently spoke to her way more than I thought. Yeah, don't know. Anyways, moving on. Oh, I should move the message out of the way.
Oh yeah, there's only the community post saying, "Hey, look, this movie came out." It's private.
Yeah, great.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Juliet. So you're the new chef, huh? That's honestly admirable. I mean, where I'm from, it's quite rare for a woman to make a career through her culinary skills.
I'd say it's rare for women to make a career in general, where you're from specifically.
Yeah.
Or rather, when you're from. We don't actually know the exact location.
I mean, don't they have to do like home cooking skills like back in the day since they like stay at home and everything? And
Well,
that...
yeah. Yes,
Okay.
but there's difference between that and like making a career, yeah.
Okay. I just double checking the information, right?
She could be having to hack into the mainframe. It's because like her Discord account's like in her real name and not MimiXD, and it didn't used to be. That's what threw me off. Anyway. Oh, there we go. See, like I said. Everything really. You're funny.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I'm a self-employed housekeeper, so I'd like to help people clean their houses and stuff.
And this is the first giveaway that she hasn't figured out what's going on. And she's not concerned by any of the modern technology that she might have actually seen in this entire enclosure that she's in. Anyway, congrats.
Congrats? Oh, like congratulations. I'm gonna stop butchering the word. What?
And I thought Igor's English was basic.
Shush! You're being sarcastic.
You sound sarcastic, Cat Valentine.
Thank you for volunteering to come cook for me. It's very nice of you.
This is not volunteer position. Igor won't get paid. Volunteering? I am like the only person on this planet who can tolerate working for you.
Oh, I see.
The person who owned this house before me was an intolerant person.
Yeah. But I mean, she doesn't know that someone owned the house before her. Or that she even owns the house right now.
What happened to me? I feel like I'm somewhere else.
Yeah, you are. Also, like, if she hasn't worked it out yet, I'd say, like, also, like, wearing a choker. Because, like, chokers nowadays don't mean much at all. But, like, again, back in the 19th century, it meant something entirely different. On top of the rest of the outfit. Which leads me to think that the part from, like, before about, like, the childhood stuff for the romantic movement was definitely a happy coincidence. Because, Yes, imagine. What time would you born? The 1800s? The times have changed. It would be like, times have
Actually,
changed. It's 1824. How could, what do you mean?
also, I looked up this day in history in 1824, and
Okay.
this is the year that John Quincy Adams defeated Andrew Jackson in the 1984 election by gathering more electoral votes to the House of Representatives.
Oh, whoa.
I thought you just said this date in 1824, then it went on to say in the 1984 election.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Where am I? And what am I wearing? Why such bright flashing colors?
That's actually also a good point. In certain places in the world, at certain time periods, I think this was like, I think this was made like a 15th, 16th century custom, but there used to be like laws on like what colors you could wear depending on like your status. I'm not sure if those persisted onto the 19th century, and obviously we don't know what country we're in, so maybe that's not exact relation. But everything else still stands. I mean, Juliet, you must be have your mind whirling about this stuff, and probably will also be freezing cold. Maybe if I just close my eyes for a while, if they'll be back to normal.
Help me! Sorry, I'm back. My family was being loud, so I didn't want to.
Yeah, okay.
What?
And why is she wearing my gown?
Okay, I haven't commented much on the music. I haven't commented much on the music as of yet, because there haven't been that many tracks. In fact, there's only 2 music tracks listed in the what used to be the credits. In fact, you know what? Here's the description again, because apparently it's got to be preserved for posterity now. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, no. Never mind. It's that I didn't screenshot that part. What is it?
Out. Listen to this. Towards the end, I really hope you love this movie. It was fun to make. Comment for part 2.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. We did say that before, yeah, and people did comment for part 2. So yeah, I have no idea what's going on now.
Mimi, explain yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to message like after this happens, after this video.
Somebody help me! Hey, who is doing that? Stop it right now!
Ah, so if they close their eyes at the same time, they can figure it out.
Do you hear me? I will fight you if I have to. Come here.
Okay. Another thing that I like about this, the glitching that only seems to affect her. It's probably like affecting the entire screen because it's a void. You can't really tell. It's almost like it's only glitching for her. That is using the human eye and the to your advantage there. Okay, here we go.
Get your buddy out of my clothes!
Okay. Just shoots upwards and like leaves the clothes behind like cartoons.
Wow. You should get your body out of my clothes.
She's learning to...
Against...
Girl happily, come and take it.
1 hour later.
Okay, so they didn't change their clothes back in 1 hour. They just fought each other.
So what you're trying to tell me is that you have my perfect little life.
Yes.
Well, I'm stuck here with your...
Yes.
2 hours later.
That just reminds me of like, he outscreamed me. Nobody outscreams Vegeta. After
Now
3
I'm
hours.
stuck here looking like I belong with Anne with a knee.
Like I said before, pop culture references.
What is Anne with a knee? Nothing. Anyway, I want my life back. Why? Everybody here fears you. They walk on eggshells whenever you enter the room.
Or rather, when I enter the room now.
it's difficult for them to be themselves around you because they're afraid that they might do something that might upset you.
I love the idea that I mean, not that she has the power to change this back because they don't know how this happened in the first place, but it's interesting now that like immediately she's like, no, this is like the better option for everyone. Like, I mean, I might never see my mother again or any of the other children who actually like do respect me, but like, and they're now stuck with you. But these people, I will free them from you. Suddenly becomes like the hero, but also like her antagonist at the same time.
I'm stuck with you like a piece of glue.
If in the case Juliet is, the antagonist here, I actually quite like that.
Till the end, I am stuck with you. Yeah, it sucks, but what can you do? Which, by the way, that's from Pokemon Bridged.
Ooh.
Another series I forgot to mention, Walking Wednesday, which also got discontinued.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was behind the scenes drama. I talked about it in the description of that video. Where it might have, where it might have, it was to do with like, I think it was like a behind the scenes breakup or something as well, like with Foxy Sisters. But now there's also the matter of one of the actors transitioning and therefore not being able to voice the same characters anymore, and that was probably why it would never have to be revived in the first place, even afterwards. You never know. Yeah. I still find it funny you're stuck in 1824. Yes. I still find it funny that those people who were named Mimi, because MimiXD, I'm sure it used to be called Mimi, I remember it correctly. Well, yes, actually, that was it. I used to call them Mimi 2, actually.
Mimi 1 and Mimi 2.
And that was the way that I found out that Aiden and Shorty knew who MimiXD was in the first place, was because they mentioned there's another Mimi. It's like, oh yeah, I just met her. It's like, wait, what? You met her? Oh my goodness.
That reminds me of school when people, there was another boy in the class with a similar name to me. And it was like, oh, you're Ghost 1, you're Ghost 2, but with slightly different spelling.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
You say that your life is perfect, but are you really okay with being this type of person in people's eyes?
Well, I don't think so. You are condemned to my life until you learn the error of your ways, at which point I will happily switch. But for now, goodbye, Jules. Enjoy a time before public toilets. I just learned what those were today, and I am never going back.
Okay, what is it? Therapy? I already have someone for that. I'm just trying to help. I can get these people to like you if you want. I don't want that. I don't care how people view me. Don't you understand?
Alright, then you're automatically de facto the worst type of person.
Yeah, probably. I mean, not caring about people's opinions of you can be good in some ways, especially on the internet. But yeah, if left unchecked, you can go in the wrong direction, and you can end up like, yeah, not exactly the best. I talked about it today in Walking Wednesday as well. The fact that I seemed to be immune to the embarrassment factor of the old YouTube videos for the most part. I'm guessing she's going to see
and
how.
I am certainly not taking advice from a low-life, poverty-stricken.
Listen.
Okay, that's enough.
You're living in the poverty now.
This is why people don't like you. You are classicist and rude. You only think about yourself. And I'm sorry, but I am not giving you your life back.
Oh my goodness, she actually does have the power to actually refusing. I was kidding! That's actually the plot!
That doesn't even make sense! You don't like my life!
That is true, I do not.
That's true, I do not.
You wear such garish clothing.
Even if I
your
wanted
fashion
to,
taste surely
I didn't know how we would be able to switch back.
See, that feels more like what I was saying before. Like suddenly it's like, oh, we don't, do we both have to agree to this?
This is all completely new to me too. But listen, must have happened for a reason. You really think that this is like a test or something? I don't know for sure. Hear me out, okay? Perhaps the pair of us should try and adjust to the life that we are living now. Yes, we may not like it, but I believe that this is the best option we have.
Tell my mother I'm sorry. Wait, you have a mother? I got no.
I'm gonna go hug our mother.
Yes.
My mother.
She's my mother now. This feels like this feels less sepia tone than before. If it was, but it just feels like it was before. And now it's been lifted.
The sepia tone has been lifted.
Hey kid, I need your help with something.
Child, I am looking upon you in this alleyway.
What day is it today? Oh, madam, it's Christmas Day!
Also, I like how she just walked behind this orphan child like, child, I require to speak to you.
I request your presence.
And the child is ignored.
Hello, I'm speaking to you.
It's the same child she made cry yesterday. She picked the only person she's on bad terms with in the entire universe at this point.
I need your help. Look, fine, listen, kid. I'm sorry about the way I acted the other day. I was having a bad day and I shouldn't have flashed out on you. I'm sorry.
I will say, with this guitar music, I thought we were gonna end up like with a musical number at this point, but only because like Milo's Hope was based on this Gacha music video called Older, which was and then like that was the one that got like expanded into something else. It's like a much larger movie. Now means that it's been conditioned to think about that now. But I just thought like, oh, was this gonna be like the moment when like some sort of track plays at the top of the two of them, get like a montage of them living their lives? But yeah, either way. Hello, child. I pressed thy presence. Did I do it right? I'm probably the only thing you like. Greetings, child, but close enough.
Okay, I accept your apology, Miss Jules. I just never seen you so angry before. It was scary.
Yeah, well.
And honestly, what is it to be about me, my mummy and daddy hurt? You know what happened to my mummy and daddy, and why I can't see them anymore. That's right, they both got arrested.
Wow.
It continues. It's the same county prison. It was created in the 19th century, but still exists in modern day. So that chef's husband also got taken there. It all connects, you see. It's like Hill Valley. That's why I live in the orphanage.
Yep. Of course.
Oh, dang. I didn't actually know that.
Actually, you did. I told you like years ago.
Can you help me with something?
I was just like, wow, yeah, I didn't know about that. Anyways, help me out here, kid.
Do I want the bacon quarter pounder or the regular quarter pounder?
Ooh, the regular.
I like how everyone is watching this. Meanwhile, I'm just thinking about, food.
Don't worry, Igor can make you a third pounder. It is more food. Actually, apparently, I can't remember what like fast food restaurant it was, but I heard recently that the third pounder used to exist, but people just didn't seem to like want it at all. And the reason was because like Americans didn't realize that a third was more than a quarter, and they thought they were getting less meat for the same price or like higher price.
Wow.
Yeah. Like what?
Welcome to America, right?
Oh shoot! I ran out of something to drink.
You guys have an entire class called calculus, like one specific branch of mathematics, but apparently fractions was not good enough at the time. I don't know. It's like the 80s, I think.
I can't speak for other Americans, but I'm dumb.
Wow.
I mean, but did you learn about fractions?
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
In fact, the math was on my IEP, so they, in order to teach me fractions, had to drag me off into a different classroom.
Oh.
Oh.
And I still don't understand fractions.
Oh, right. Okay. I mean, bottom line is the lower the number is, the higher the value of the fraction actually is. It's the opposite.
Huh.
I thought it was the opposite. But that's the thing when you're dealing with. That's the thing when you're a small child dealing with special education. Nothing makes sense.
Fair enough. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink. I'm thirsty. I ran out something to drink.
Meanwhile, I was a less small child reacting to other people dealing with special education and how that didn't make any sense. I've talked about this at length before, but like the way that it was handled at my secondary school, there was some room for criticism as to how they approach things. But yeah, all nice people though.
Yeah, all nice people, but I think going through the method of separating the children into separate classrooms is a good deal.
Oh yeah, that part makes sense
if you
to
don't
me.
make it. But as I figured out, neurotypical children will bully non-neurotypical children because they are separated.
Happen. Yeah. Sometimes in different classes, the way it worked at my school was in different classes, sometimes you would be put in a separate classroom. Other times, some people would like come into. It depends on like what needs you actually had specifically. But yeah, the only reason that I ever resented that was because I was sat next to my friend who was in that department, and every time the teacher would come in and like displace me from my chair, so I'd have to like sit at the opposite side of the table. But yeah, that's just me being petty. For the most part, like I'll tell you this: separate classrooms make sense. A SAM room only reserved for the people who need scribes and therefore have to like talk out loud during the exam, and probably do not have the best concentration. Therefore, it's probably not a good idea. Like put them in like different areas or something so they can still whisper to each other, but like not all in the same classroom where everyone is whispering the answer to everything all at once. That is a terrible idea.
This is a terrible idea. Too bad my school did it that way too. And I was one of those kids.
Okay, I've got to ask this. How difficult was it to focus in an exam with that going on? It's like...
Listen, as someone who has the autism, ADHD autism,
that's even worse!
Like, I was just sitting there trying to talk to the teacher, but then they were like, okay, are you not able to focus in here?
Oh, gee, I wonder why!
So I just looked at her, and I looked at her straight in the face, and I said, everybody is whispering so loudly.
Of course they were! Like, it's not even just like they're whispering loudly. There's like a bunch of people, and therefore the sound is going to be amplified anyway.
So I needed to be taken to a different classroom from a different classroom while all of the other kids were, having scribes.
I mean, good on you for like actually being able to pull that off, because I pity the rest of them.
However, being the only neurotypical child in math special ed, that could speak was a surreal experience. Like, people are at different levels of vocalization at different times, and I would just so happen to be pretty vocal.
I mean, yeah.
Mostly because I cope with trauma and stress through comedy.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. I can definitely see that from these reactions.
Yeah, like, me casually being an abused child in these reaction videos is something I'm slowly coming to figure out.
Yeah, well, hopefully that you did not learn that from abused child by Lily Trescott.
Nope. Like, if anything, abused child from Lady Trescott landed for me.
Oh, well then.
That's a joke.
Yeah, I know, because if they did, it would make more sense. Anyways, please don't about math so much. I struggle with math so much. Well, we struggle more or less with going on. That's the main issue here.
Like, I remember, like, one time, I struggle with something for a different class. So in elementary school, they wanted to test what level I was at, particularly in writing. So the teacher would read something to me, and if you read something to me, I will be able to write it down exactly how you said it without fail.
Oh, you've got a future as a stenographer then.
I do have a future as a stenographer. If only I could focus enough to do it.
Oh, there's that caveat. There's just this like massive gap in between like the sentence. Like you'll type out what you know, but like only what you've heard. So like da 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 da.
Yeah, and sometimes if I'm listening to multiple things at once,
I expect Darude Sandstorm by accident. Da 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 da. Sorry, that was embedded into me. I didn't even know I was thinking about that.
Darude Sandstorm. Nobody can forget about Darude Sandstorm.
No, I can't.
Like, for instance, if you describe something to me, I can write it down without fail. But if there's more than one person in the room while you're describing it, and if they're talking about something else, then no dice.
Yeah,
all of the conversations will get mixed together in my mind brain, and I'll start writing down bits of both conversations.
Yeah. I've been known to occasionally when script writing, especially when I call with Aiden, I'll sort of like write down the last like one word that he said beforehand. It's like, why did I write that in this sentence? Okay, that's why, because he said that.
Like,
yeah.
Oh no. If I'm listening to Aiden and writing a script at the same time, which has only happened once, I only wrote down what Aiden said and not what I was supposed to be writing down for the script. And I looked at it and I was like, well, shit.
What did I miss? I'm sorry. I'm back. I went to get a drink.
Imagine if you like also replied with the character dialogue and Aiden had no idea what you were talking about. Just complete switch.
Oh, no.
Yeah. KW, we're talking about my weird ability to write down everything I hear with perfect accuracy.
Yeah,
What?
We were also
Unless
talking
there's
about like
somebody else in the room talking at the same time, the conversations will become mixed together.
Wow.
they will one. Yeah, we were also talking about like special educational needs and how like that's and the criticisms we had about like, how they were handled in our schools respectively.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I just went to drink and then went to the bathroom, and I was also trying to talk about like what time I need to go for work tomorrow. So I do apologize for coming back such a late time.
It's all right. We went on a tangent just conveniently as you left, so miss much. All the times I had to go to speech therapy to help my speech bent. Did it help? Nope.
It did. My family keeps saying speech therapy helped me, but I'm like, I've still pronounced certain stuff weirdly and such, and like, I don't know. Maybe
I mean, there's a difference between an improvement and like a complete overhaul. They're not always the same thing.
I remember there was a time when I was dragged into a different classroom because I used to speak pretty formally, and I still kind of do. So they tried to teach me the difference between formal and informal speech.
Oh no.
I mean,
So
it's good
I
to learn
stopped
about
talking.
that, but I'm surprised that they
Yeah.
tried to force that on you.
No, yeah, they tried to force it on me. They weren't like, hey, do you want to go do this thing? And more like, yes, we're gonna separate you from your other peers so you can learn.
Yeah, you just sound like the youth of today, apparently. Yeah, that feels especially weird. Like they dedicated time and time out of their day to go through that, and it's like they felt like it was super important for you to be colloquial.
However,
Meanwhile, it just made me quirky in school, and I was fine with that. And so were they. They didn't care.
Like, no, it didn't make me quirky. Like, in order to fit in with my classmates, because at some point children learn how to swear, I became a sailor that day. Because they were like,
that is a lot.
because someone explained, like, I was explained in that class, oh, if you want to learn how to be like the other children, try mimicking them.
My God, how to be like other children. What a terrible a message to come across in a school. Learn to blend in. That is some dystopian stuff right there.
It's like because I have, I am of the tism. Me actually.
Okay. So they thought they were helping out, and they thought, okay, this is how we're going to teach you to mask, I guess.
Yes, this is how we're going to teach you to blend in with the other peers. Yeah. However, it did the exact opposite. I am a wallflower aggressively. I am the biggest compilation of all of the worst things my friends have ever done.
Yeah.
I learned.
This is why sometimes a sponge.
I learned how to swear from my classmates.
I mean, that is where, yeah.
It was like, oh, just mimic the other children. Meanwhile, the other children were learning how to use very adult language. So, to be like the other children, I learned how to be a child.
Yeah, I guess, you know what, just as well that they weren't using really bad slurs or to bullet there, I guess.
No, because my mother actually taught me the difference between swears that hurt people and swears that don't, and how to use them.
Oh, interesting.
This reminds me of because I came home swearing, and my mom was very confused.
Yeah, it's like, what did you learn in school? What did you learn in school today?
But yeah, she heard about the classes I was taking about formal and informal speech, and she was like, yeah, that's good to know, but I noticed that, you've kind of lost your formality.
And I'm lost your way.
You've lost, yeah, because I've lost.
Well, duh, that's the point of the classes.
Yes. The
point of the class is.
The point of the class was to be less formal. So I became less formal, and now I'm stuck this way. I can't go back to being entirely formal anymore.
My goodness, this is like My Fair Lady by George Bernard Shaw in reverse.
God.
Either that or there was something else. Oh yeah, it was no, I forgot. I thought it was just by saying, "Oh yeah," it would come back to me in that moment, but it didn't. So I'm gonna keep watching the video until it does.
I remember, in speech therapy,
speech. That was it. The King's Speech. That's what I was gonna say. In that movie, it's all about King George VI and how he tried to get over his speech impediment, and the therapist that he had actually figured out that he doesn't stammer when he swears. And so, made him actually swear. The moment he hesitates, he drops the S-bomb, and then he's like, "Okay, come on, you can do better than that." And then he has a whole declaration. He just says the F word a bunch of times. You cut to the scene it's the therapy takes place inside the therapist's house, so his family and his children heard from the top. And it's what is going on downstairs?
Oh.
The Prince Regent. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That was
that was something.
It was something. Okay, yeah, sorry. Ghosty, speech. Go on.
Yeah, like they taught me to be less formal, so much so that I can't be formal anymore. But one funny occasion, it was like, hey, how have you learned to blend in with your other peers? And I just looked at her, and I just dropped the fattest F-bomb in the middle of a class full of special needs children.
And suddenly they became vocal right at that moment. All of them, all at once.
By the period. Like teaching the, asking the other teachers what it meant. I looked at her straight in the face and said a bunch of swears.
And what happened then in that school? They say Ghost's vocabulary grew 3 sizes that day.
Like they were teaching me how to be less formal and blend in with the other kids. I learned how to blend in all right by being the most horrible person, by having the worst vocabulary.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Thank you for your. Oh, so well, I'll say that one last. Fun fact: my school had 2 kids who used wheelchairs. They were younger than me, but we had the same. So the 3 of us were the only ones who used the special needs swings. Fair enough. I didn't actually even they have like type of wheelchair accessible swings. That's very interesting. All right. From what I remember, I was pretty good friends with the 2 kids and their helpers because they both had helpers to help them get around. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like I said, like the helper that my friend had from in history class, she was a nice person, but she joked around about the fact that's like, sorry, you got to move again, haha. That was like the only thing that annoyed me because he was actually again a decent human being. It was just. Clearly, eventually, I actually hold my ground and be like, nah, you're going on the side there. You're in the hallway right now. This is your spot. I'm not being moved from my friend over here. And also my seat. I have no clue what happened to those kids. I hope they're doing okay. I mean, I imagine. But yeah, okay, back to the video. Thank you for your trauma dump, small child. Now assist me. Indeed.
Do you know that Oswald guy you were talking about before? His name is like Tommy Terrence something.
Timothy?
Yeah, that guy.
Your future husband?
Yeah, whoever he is. You don't happen to know where he lives, do you?
Are you kidding? He lives in the palace
or something.
The whole village knows where he lives.
Oh yeah, well, stupid question.
At least she's realizing now she has to at least try to act like she knows what's going on.
What does lol mean?
Oh, she actually said lol in real life. Wow. I mean, normally when I see that in Gacha, I think that they're actually just replacing like laughter with lol, and therefore like you read it as if you're reading a text, and therefore it like conveys that usually. But no, apparently she just says lol for real. Okay then. All right.
It stands for laughing out loud.
But you're not laughing out loud, Miss Jones. You're instead saying lol like a crazy person.
Whatever, can you just give me directions to his house?
I don't need to, miss.
Pardon?
It's right behind you.
No kidding.
I don't need to give you directions because it's right over there.
I called it. He lives in a palace.
OMG! So her life may not be crap after all.
Huh?
Don't repeat that.
I mean, if you're going to use swearing, use it effectively, I guess. It carries more impact when it's like, scarce.
Hello, Jerome.
Anyway.
Wait, is that your name, right?
Yeah, I'm still like acclimatizing to this. Yes, that is my name, madam.
Quite in the chipper mood.
You know me.
Oh.
It is my line.
I didn't see it, Jerome. I am so sorry. I just feel this overwhelming sense of liberation. So tell me, Jerome, what year is it? Can women vote? Can women drive?
Well, you can't because you haven't learnt to do so, but in theory, yes.
And oh my goodness, please tell me that arranged marriages are not a thing anymore.
Well, I'll get back to you on that last one. I'm not quite sure what country we're in yet.
Because that is like so 1824.
So, do I back my vocabulary comment? There's no way that she would be saying like so and start like so blank this quickly into being in the 21st century. This feels like she's now descending much quicker than I guess the probably Ghosty did in those formality classes. Well, madam, it's the year 2024, which it almost could have been when this was released, but the video did not live to see that day. I love that this is the year being set in the future is what dates this video the most because it never lived to see 2024. I guess that does give us like a clean 200-year gap between the two of them. Women have the right to drive. Hashtag equality, right? Now, excuse me while I make a few calls. It's definitely not a psychiatry ward. Yes, hello. And in regards to the matter, I must admit it is quite uncommon these days. Again, it depends on which country you're in.
Oh. Yes!
My one singular problem resolved. I'm staying here. But also, I miss my mouth, but I haven't figured that out yet.
Also, those two gods in the background are identical, but facing opposite directions.
I'm guessing they're twins. Welcome, Jules!
Well, at least they're made for each other now.
I was truly surprised to hear that you were coming.
Actually, no, maybe this is subverting expectations. Maybe they don't want to listen. Maybe they just take over each other's lives from this point forward.
Well, duh, if I'm going to be living here soon.
Actually, I was thinking of moving in with to your place. Did I not say that? Did I not mention it?
It's only fair for me to have an early look around the place.
Want to ruin the surprise, I guess. Well, it's hardly a palace. Yes, it is.
But...
Bruh.
Well, I don't even know.
I would have thought it would have been like, but for real, but there's two balls there. But for real. I don't know. And he did not say... And yes, Jerome did in fact say hashtag out loud into the timeout corner.
Wait,
then again, Jerome is the person who was like most of the time around the one who said lol out loud. So I guess they just compliment each other in that way. And speaking of which, nah dude.
It's definitely a palace.
And look, I know that this whole marriage thing was sprung upon you. But not let our mother's efforts be looked at in vain. I promise that will make you the happiest bride in the world.
Isn't he just so dreamy?
And you'll make me the luckiest husband if you wish to have me. Oh, now she gets to say if she wishes to do so or not. Okay. And I guess we've got Charlotte now.
I can't believe you're marrying someone poor, brother.
Running out of voices.
It is just utterly shameful.
Marge?
Take no notice out of my sister. She was born with a bitter heart. But she's completely harmless. Just give her time, she will warm up to you.
She reminds me of someone.
I mean, you don't know that many people, so it's definitely about you. Oh, and there we are.
Oh, it's me.
One single comment is enough to make her self-reflect. Has she not met, like, anyone else her age and in her situation? Ever?
I guess not. Well, she does live in a mansion, so she's probably in there all day.
Potentially. But, like, I don't know, just doesn't have any friends over. Does it go to school? That's a good question. Anyway. Or does Jerome do all of her schooling? And yeah, apparently I guess that is a scar. I mean, he's dressed in armor, so I'm guessing he's a knight or a soldier of some kind. So he might have seen battle already.
Like that, or usually, typically in princes around this time is that they need to. Well, then again, I don't know what country we're in, so I cannot say anything for sure.
Yeah.
They told us a time period, but not a country.
Hmm.
So I cannot look up the history, which annoys me very much. But it's probably a good thing that they did that. I'm just going to say that, depending on where we are, usually it was typical for princes to serve in the military before becoming kings.
Presumably, unless something major happened to the king before them, and therefore they have to take the throne up young. But yeah, of course. I mean, usually like a king would be like the head of any military force in the first place.
Hello, may I ask you a question?
Ignore me. Igor is cooking the same food from yesterday. That is exact same dish, exact same pan. The question?
Oh, right, the question. Why did you come to work for me if you already know that I'm a not nice person?
Igor does not like you, but Igor likes money. Well, besides the good pay, like I said, Igor likes money. I came to work with you because honestly, I just pity you.
What?
You pity me.
You're a young adult that has her whole life ahead of her, yet she just wastes away her days in a mansion that her dad left for her. Also, your dad left you.
Like, maybe he died.
Yeah. Yeah, he like left this mortal plane. Same thing. Nobody to marry, no family, no friends, no pets, just the helpful company. And that is why I actively avoided talking to you until you approached me, because I clearly value the fact that you're lonely.
What happened to my parents?
And yes, the blush on Juliet is in fact the default blush color. Yes. Which again is something that I have not to do from Monet.
Wait, in this case, was I right? Was Juliet's mother just erased from the timeline?
Well, I mean, we haven't seen Cordelia in like the 19th century yet, so that would probably confirm or deny or denounce that theory. But as far as Jules's parents go, yeah, they're definitely not around. That's why I thought if their lives like actually swapped and Cordelia was erased, then Jules' mum would have been brought back, and that might have been like a majorly impactful thing for Jules to experience. But I guess not. There's this Netflix series called Back to 15, where one of the things that happens is like when the main character accidentally time travels back to when she was 15, like she finds herself in 2006 in her 15-year-old self's body. Then suddenly she realizes my father's still alive, and like that's like a whole that's like one major part of that series, Well, the reason he does decide to keep going back while she figures out how it's even happening.
Like, meanwhile, me turns like 30, goes back to 15, goes back to... Actually, no.
Back to 0.
30 back to 13. Meanwhile, I'm just hitting the device like, I want to go back, I want to go back, I want to go back.
Oh, dear. Yeah. I mean, she wasn't exactly happy at first because she didn't know what was happening. It's only when she realized that she could actually use this her own and her friends' and family's lives better that she decided, okay, this is actually a blessing in disguise. And then she realized, yeah, no, time travel sucks. It's been 4 seasons. Let's get rid of this blog, which is how she time travels. Anyway, you're asking me?
I mean, I know what happened, obviously.
Like I said, they gotta learn this stuff. Gotta learn to pretend they know.
I just want to know what you know. Check if your information is correct.
The news story went out that they were in a plane and they saved all of the passengers and decided to pilot it themselves and crashed into ocean. It was very heroic.
It's protocol. I do this with every new chef working here.
Well, there have been plenty of old chefs.
Nice cover.
Well, your mother died right after you were born. Yeah, nice cover, yeah. What was that? I can't hear over the piano blasting away my eardrums.
Jerome, what are you doing in the other room? I am playing the piano.
Oh my god! Can you imagine? Like, this is how they kept this a mystery. If this were like a movie or a TV show or something, then it's a movie, but I mean like a longer movie or a TV show. It's like the way it was kept a mystery was if constant interruptions happen whenever someone's trying to explain. Well, you see, your mother was what? I said your mother is dead. Anyway. And your father, well, he is still alive. He just has a new family. So I was right! The dad did live.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. I am psychic even when the video no longer exists. Yes!
Also,
congratulations, Mr. Butter! You win exotic butters, yeah.
That begs the question, why would the dad want to go live with a different... No, never mind.
He has an even bigger mansion somewhere else. And since your father left, your heart has been ice cold. You shut off from the world completely.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of messed up to do, especially if you had a loving, caring parent.
Yeah. And now, well, everybody is afraid of you. Interesting to actually see Jules break down.
Everybody except one person.
You're not afraid of me.
Igor fears no one.
This is really gay.
What are you cooking? Can I help?
I cook same meal every single day, so yes, you can help. Huh? You know how to cook? No! I've actually said that. I mean, she does, because, housekeeper from before, yeah. Excuse me, do you hear that? Oh, I believe that is the butler. Don't mind me, Miss Juliet. I'm just rocking out playing piano. I remember when Rook was young. Me and Susie had so much fun.
Wow. Just wow.
I mean, that song is called Crocodile Rock, so I feel like it fits there.
Oh, God.
Crocodile rocking with something shocking when the room just can't keep still. I gotta practice singing as a meal, actually. I've never tried that before.
Oh, God. I wonder what crazy song he's going to make up.
Yeah. I know a few things or two. I made a few things or two. Mostly dishes that have been lost to the ravages of time, but, you know, we'll pretend we have the ingredients for that for a second. Oh, okay, now this I've got to see.
Hey, kid! You didn't have to wait for me, you know?
Yeah, you really didn't. There was no, like, agreement to meet up. What are you doing, kid?
I know! But I just wanted to.
Also, you hear that? Choo-choo, it's the traumatic backstory, your dead parents train. It looks like just took Jules. Well, bye, Jules. Oh my goodness. All aboard the childhood trauma train.
Oh, God.
I have a permanent residence on that train. I haven't been off in 13 years.
So, when are you living with Mr. Oswald?
After the wedding, genius. Oh.
In a couple of days.
I guess the wedding is tomorrow. Maybe. Hopefully. We'll see.
Wow, that is so exciting! So you, Mr. Oswald, will get married and have kids and...
Oh no. The thing I hate the most of all. Children.
You're talking to a child right now.
Yeah, but Jules... I mean... Jules is just trying to watch the kids right now. She's not ready to think about, like, actually having her own.
Oh, don't worry. You're going to need to, like, keep that princely
Whoa. Slow down, kid. One step at a time.
Well, let's just say
it's the boy.
It's the 19th century. There aren't as many ways of preventing conception, if you know what I mean. Sorry, Miss Jules. I'm just really happy for you. You have the kindest heart ever. You really deserve this.
Oh no, but I don't deserve this. I need to get Juliet back.
Juliet doesn't want it.
This is not the backstory Juliet wants, but it's the one that she needs.
No, it isn't. Leave that poor girl alone.
You and Mr. Oswald are going to have a beautiful life together. God bless us, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks, kid.
Oh, so they casually know how to do this now. Okay, fair enough. I think Kadapi's gone. So, how are things going on over there?
Oh, wait, that is my line. Sorry. I was just like, chill or whatever, waiting for the next lines or whatever. So, how are things going on over there? Honestly, not that bad. Timothy is... Yeah, you give me Jules, go see. Why not?
Like, try to lower the amount of lines you have to do. Because we're a menagerie of different characters at this point.
Oh, I see you met the Oswalds.
Well, two of them. Just that's a mother, who also didn't have a line previously, so you better met her.
For the information. Thanks for informing me about them, by the way.
Well, there wasn't much time. We didn't go over details. All we did was fight for 1 hour, and you screamed for 2. I didn't have much time.
I'm so sorry, I forgot to mention it. I'm not really keen on the whole arranged marriage thing.
Yeah, I've gathered that. How's life going in 2024?
Is Jerome still being... Oh, wait.
That's still... Yeah.
Is Jerome still being a pain in the ass?
No, of course not. You know, you should give him a lot more credit. He's a nice guy if you get to know him.
He tells terrible jokes, but other than that...
And he's got quite the same sense of humor. I like that guy.
To be honest, I just as I sit back over here, I feel like I've taken a lot of things back in 2024 for granted, like toilets.
Exactly.
Oh, look, you're starting to change already. Smiley face.
What? No, I'm not.
This is like the opposite of a tsundere. It's not like I hate your timeline.
So tell me, what's actually happening over there?
Nothing much.
I mean, honestly, she's kind of right. Nothing much has happened. She befriended the chef. Cool.
Step 1, befriend chef. Meanwhile, Jules is being like, oh yeah, I'm getting married like tomorrow.
Oh yeah, yeah. More stuff is happening for Jules right now. Anyway, speaking of,
Really? Because you seem more Juliet than normal.
and how would you know? You didn't know her beforehand. How do you know what Juliet is? I mean, maybe now she's like learned a bit about Juliet through other people, but that's different to like seeing the actual person.
More Julia than normal.
Yeah, you're smiling a lot more than usual, if that's even possible.
Is Juliet falling for Jules now?
Is this gay?
Maybe this is why she didn't freak out about the clothes, because she's actually far more progressive than her time period would even suggest. If you follow my line of thinking.
If you follow my line of thinking.
Yeah.
If you catch the boat on the tides, you say.
Yeah, which port are you marooning at in the storm? Anyway, Jules.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, you read that line.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm adopting that black-haired orphan boy. You can't stop me.
Yes, finally, away from the orphanage. Orphan number 79 is free.
Orphan is free.
They take away their names upon like entering the orphanage.
Mhm.
Anyway.
So, what is it? You got a new chef.
Well, I think I've made a friend. I don't know her name yet, but she's the new chef.
Her name is Igor. It's Igor.
She says it almost every line. Ah, that's Selena Hastings.
No, it's not. I refuse.
I've heard good things about her. She's like crazy talented.
Okay, this makes no sense because she didn't know that there was going to be like a new chef hire until like right before she left. So how would she like get the information? In fact, she stopped Jerome from reading out the reports about the other chefs. I don't think she even like would have cared to know like any of their names at all. So how on earth does she like realize who Selena Hastings is?
Me Jeep.
Keeping track. Great.
You accidentally lesbian.
Oh, hold on. I still have that tabbed. Give me a second. Here we go. Here it is.
Accidentally sapphic.
Wow.
Honestly,
Like-
that should be a title of a gacha series or something.
It's like, oh. It's like a character has a repeated incident of Freudian slips around her friend. And
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, I like to. No, I mean, I like to be around you.
One of my favorite ones of those is in one of the AFMAL mini games when Caitlyn goes, "Hey, is it hot in here? It's just you. I mean me."
Yeah, I've noticed.
It's like, yeah, she's talented, so talented. Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that face. She knows. She knows.
Yeah.
If she knows, she knows.
And just to reflect this, just make the same face that the character's already making. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I definitely missed something. Tell me everything now.
I mean, you know what? This is great for Jules. Like, she's actually getting into the idea of like making a friend for the first time in ages. Like, I feel like maybe before her dad left, she might have had like active social life, and then she just became a shut-in. So maybe now this is her first like girl chat session in a long time.
You're coming out as a lesbian. Posts.
Yeah. So like, so weirdly, this doesn't like force developments because of that reason.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We just made a lot of soup. Yeah, you did.
You didn't realize
Jacob.
I don't even know what euphemism that is, but it's something. I decided just now, right now.
Girl, you do know you're not in 1824 anymore, right? Be homosexual.
Yeah, that point didn't even like cross her mind in 1824. She didn't even know what that was in 1824. In fact, some people didn't even know what it was in 1924, I imagine.
You don't have to hide how you feel.
Now it makes... Okay. You're not into Timothy because it was... She didn't know anything about him. Like, it's not a case like, this guy must be attracted to like everybody, unless you're a lesbian. That's the only reason Timothy would not be attractive. The man is an Adonis and he'll be treated savage. Like, no. Sometimes you can be straight and into someone. Like, that's not how it works. It's not like, oh yeah, I guess the first, like, girl that isn't, like, an orphan child in my village that I'm around, I'm attracted to. Like, that's a coincidence. More than anything else.
Like, it is a coincidence, but they kind of, shorthanded the characters' lives so we could actually get to the meat and bones of the mini movie.
The plague snatched up all the eligible bachelorettes.
Plague.
Again, still not the right time period for the plague, but like I know something was going around.
And Ghost Kitty, you're right.
It was a local epidemic.
Also, Ghost Kitty, you're right. That is a Freudian slip.
AFMAL's most famous Freudian slip is like it's between that one and so what we're gonna do, Daddy, when she said that to Aaron. It's between those two, I think.
God, Zane, I need you two to make out now. I mean, make up now.
Yeah. And then Keston was like, save it for a blooper. And she did.
I feel like going and rewatching that clip.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, it's in one of the AFMA bloopers, not the APHTV bloopers. It's just called AFMA bloopers. He's just not your type, Not her type is being forced in the first place. If she was forced to marry a woman, I don't think she would have a different opinion in this matter.
My type? You mean it's okay for me to like Sia in the way that I'm supposed to like Timothy?
At least from her perspective, I like the way that she's like trying to rationalize these lines. Like she doesn't have the terminology for it, or like even the thought process. So she was like, okay, so the way that most people like these people, I like these people. Oh, now I get it. That feels a lot more real than whatever Jules is trying to pull off here. Of course it's okay. I mean, I may hate like everyone, but I am secretly the biggest ally. that is a fact about me, Jules, the person who hates everyone equally. Anyway, there's also what you're doing making out. Okay, that was in an episode of my show. That was a scripted one. That wasn't a Freudian slip. That was pulled off as either Aphmau pranking Gareth and Lawrence at that point by saying making out first and then repeating and saying hanging out, or they actually misheard her. I think she was pranking them because they both seemed to think of that at the same time after the door closed. Like, Gareth, we can leave this place like men. Kept crawling on the ground. Yeah. So I think Aphmau was just pranking them. Honestly, that wasn't a Freudian slip at all.
Yes, of course it's okay.
Oh, it's still funny. Yeah, it's just not a Freudian slip. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, whatever. Since I'm the only fashionable person in my entire bloodline. I mean, seriously, my brother still wears his armor like the war is over. Get over it already.
Jeez.
Timothy has asked me to take you to the best seamstress in the village.
I guess she's getting her old life back now, yeah. Honestly, it seems more likely that they're just gonna like stay where they are, as if like both of these people's different lives, like they just got nothing to go back to really, apart from people that have like that Juliet has made like their lives better for her in the first place. And also now Juliet gets to, be herself in a way that we hadn't anticipated until the previous like 2 scenes ago.
Actually, no, I can feel the chemistry between Juliet and the chef.
And Igor.
And Igor. Juliet and Igor. The friends have in love. Very
Juliet
gay.
and Igor sitting in the tree.
Wedding dress is supposed to be white, idiot. Do you want my future sister-in-law to look like a clown?
Is that not white? I mean, it's like cream white, but it's still white. The outlines aren't, but like don't get. Oh, it's not white enough. Got it. Okay, yeah.
The dress isn't white enough.
It hasn't been washed yet. So I need to wash the fabric. It's fine. Sorry, but since that, I thought that
since I'm the bride, I would be the one making the decision of the dress. Let me pick my
interesting. She's not like cussing her out or anything, but she's like being like a bit more meek. She's becoming a bit more like Juliet then.
You are joining my family. You're becoming an Oswald. That name will grant you anything you wish in life.
Good, then I want that dress, please.
Now don't be ungrateful. I am doing you a favor by accompanying you and helping you find the perfect dress, understand? Also, we've got to like one singular dress. At least try some other ones before you decide.
Yes, I understand.
Although she was like lifting up her dress for a second there, like the one that she's got on now, like the gown, but it's just a brown bag with the exact same shading. Exact same color scheme, okay.
Oh my goodness, just look at the state of her. Why does she think that she can afford anything here with that little amount of money?
What? Afford anything where? Public courtyard? There's a well behind you. You're clearly in the street right now. She can afford a bunch of stuff. Like, we're outside.
Hey, stop that!
Why?
Because you're being mean.
Relax. I'm just having a bit of fun. You wouldn't understand because you're not anything like me.
I mean, according to you, I will be soon, but, you know.
Oh, snap.
I will start the pure blonde hair, blue-eyed Aryan bloodline. You can't stop me now.
I mean, clearly they picked the right person then in this case, but yeah. Obviously, originally that was meant to be Juliet, but yeah. I guess the sister would probably have. Anyway.
I do understand. Because I was just like you.
But I thought your family was destitute.
I mean, yes, I was nothing like you. I gave away all of my money and saved nothing, and therefore made like no lifetime investments, and that's why I became destitute because I kept on giving away everything. On the plus side, I have an army of orphans, so you know, don't mess with me.
What was it again Juliet said to me again?
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say, not everyone in this village is lucky enough to bear this same title as you.
I remember Juliet saying that Jules was a classist and a meanie or something like that. Not like this specifically. She would have failed at your citation talent.
Heck, not many people in this world are lucky enough to do the same. But judging people based off the level of wealth is just not right.
Ho, ho, ho! You've learnt your lesson now, Jules. You can go back to your own timeline. Merry Christmas. Wait, no, Sam, please. I actually want to stay here. I actually want to stay.
I want to stay! My true love! My Timothy! Only a mean, cold-hearted, and selfish person would do that. I just wish I had realized this sooner.
Oh my goodness. My tiny hors d'oeuvres. I never actually finished.
Never actually finished.
Was this MLP Equestria Girls the friendship games? Is this Sunset Shimmer trying to twilight from the dark magic?
And to stop Twilight from using the dark magic. I think that's what Ghost is trying to remember.
Okay, I mean that doesn't make sense to me like either context, but yeah, okay. Was Sunset Shimmer meant to be a dark magic user beforehand? Because like the whole point of this is like she was. So basically, the story with Sunset Shimmer, she was a pupil like Twilight Sparkle. And she thought she was the best of the best, like learning all this magic or whatever. But she started not being the person that Celestia thought she would be. Gets transported into the world of the Equestria girls. She went to steal Twilight's crown, and you know it has been using dark magic.
Like honestly, I think Jacob should actually watch those movies.
Oh, I will. I'm not sure if you were here for this, Ghosty, but like a while ago, like a couple of years ago, and been actually 5 years later, I made a promise that after I finish reviewing all of My Street, that I would then start watching every single episode of My Little Pony I can get my hands on. I want to go from complete newbie, like nothing whatsoever, almost, apart from like the names of some of the characters, to expert level. I want to like document that as it happens. So I will get around to it then.
In that case, we have a lot to go through. Buckle down because it's gonna be a ride.
Yeah, I've got like a year before that happens though, because obviously I've got to. It's after Phoenix Drop days.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. But you're trying to save Twilight from the dark magic. Okay, right. There we go. The Twilight from Friendship Games is called Sci-Twi. That's what the Brony fandom calls her.
Yeah, I explained this to Jacob. She's called Sci-Twi because there is the Twilight we know, which is the Pony Princess, and then there's the Twilight from the human world, which everyone has nicknamed Sci-Twi because she's Side Twilight.
But does that mean that like everyone like has a, like all the Equestria girls have like a Psy equivalent or something? We've got like Flutter Psy or something.
No, all of the other
Ilestia.
all of the other that everyone in the pony world has an alternate human self.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are they all called Psy fandom? We've got like Flutter Psy, Silestia, Pinky
Nope.
Psy.
At least I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, we should.
Shy.
Yeah. That's the only ones that I can think of that are like any good. Like those three. Otherwise, what do you have? Like Psyple Jack. Not really the same, is it?
Thank you for taking
Apple cider. There you go.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day to accompany me. Now I'm gonna go get a dress I actually want.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna head home. Wait, you know where you live? Wait, are we gonna see Cordelia? That is a stiff walking cycle.
Right.
That's like the one editing detail so far that I haven't actually liked, apart from like, I guess, Jerome not blocking the sun.
The stiff editing cycles.
Yeah.
I haven't learned how to fix that yet.
Excuse me
I
for
haven't
the yelling.
learned how to make walk cycles not stiff.
Somehow that's never been an issue for me.
Sorry for the yelling. Whoa, you actually said that?
Yeah.
Well then, I'm really proud of you.
I've been learning all about pride recently.
And prejudice. Thank you.
I'm not because lesbian, but yeah.
Now give me my life back.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Can I like stay here? I don't want to leave my new friend.
Of course. What is it?
Do you think that we will ever be able to switch back?
Maybe. Do you want to switch back? Yeah, it turns out the goal was straight, so yeah, I'm gonna head back home if that's all the same to you. Anyway, Charlotte actually looks like
I'm not sure.
a spoiled girl who feels bad for her actions. The gasp! It's the world ending. Maybe.
Can I ask you a question?
Do you want to leave?
Yes.
You want to switch back? You predicted it, Jacob. You predicted it.
Yay!
You have a cookie.
Yay!
Truthfully, no, I really like your life.
Yeah, I'm still mad at my mum. Like, that's just the only reason I would bother going back. And yeah, no, not really.
Same. I quite like yours too. I know, because I've fallen in love with Timothy, who I've known for all of 10 minutes.
Imagine if this was like all like a reality show that God was putting on, just like trying to like, and this is what happens, and this is my new program, Life Swap. With these two like who are like the most like incompatible people, they swap their lives and we see what happens across history.
It turns out the girl from the 19th century is actually really gay. Oops.
So, do you think that we should stop trying to look for a way to switch back and just live each other's lives?
I mean, we never even tried anything. We did literally nothing to attempt to try and fix this, apart from unless that fight counts. But it really doesn't. So, yeah, I guess we can continue to nothing. That works for me.
Yeah, but I don't think Juliet looks good in that shade of purple.
I mean, she's rich now. She has other clothes. I feel like that's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, I guess so. probably no point in looking for a solution anyway. That prince you didn't want because you're gay is super yummy.
Wow.
I'm going to keep him.
That's all it took. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we will most likely remain stuck in each other's bodies forever.
Wait, hold on. Do you two think that you had like those same bodies? Because people have been referring to them by like Juliet and Jules, like they replaced each other. They physically like transit. They went across time. They traveled in time to each other. They didn't. It's not like what I thought was going to happen, which was like their brains were going to swap or something, and therefore they would look the same, and they would treat them like they were the same people. But what you're saying is that that from their perspective, it's like each other's bodies. Do you think that's like there was like a glitch in the timeline or something where because they don't realize what they were like before they swapped, or like people like, do they think that they might think that they had each other's names or something, or that they were each other, or that this is what they used to look like? Wait, actually, no, because Juliet showed up. Wait, no, actually, that would make sense because Juliet showed up in like the clothes, but if you thought, oh, those clothes were always on this body, and therefore this person is like, oh,
You okay?
That's like too much of a glitch even for me. I need more time to process that, and we're live, so I'm just gonna keep going.
We'll most likely be in each other's bodies forever. I'm surprised that.
Oh,
Juliet?
okay.
Hello?
Oh, okay. Now the comment that I saw makes sense.
Wow.
Everyone comment for part 2, even though the video is gone.
Yeah. Oh, comment on MimiXD's community tab for part 2.
Wow. MimiXD.
Okay, so I saw a comment a while back that on this video again before it was removed that said like I think they switched back. So I guess that I thought that was like going up to an open ending, but then I completely forgot about it because so much else happened. So yeah, I guess we just yeah, there you go. Cliffhanger ending for part 2. See if that actually.
Wow.
We're going back to the 19th century to steal the gay baby and bring her back to the 21st century. Who's with me?
We're also adopting the 19th century orphan, of course.
Yes. Everybody get in the time travel tortoise. We're gonna go. We gotta go right now.
Yeah, the one that has very weirdly angelic music attached to it.
I guess I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, this is not a bad Gacha Mini Movie. I'll honestly say it. Like, there's some stuff that maybe could improve upon, but I enjoyed it. I think there should be more to it.
Like, this is what I was saying in my video, that MimiXD is a really good storyteller. And on top of that, a great editor. I can truly see why this channel has been so successful.
Honestly, I don't think this is like the trash that we will usually watch. This is like somewhere up top where it's like actually really good.
Yeah,
like,
for once I was expecting something to be brilliant, and it actually was. Yeah.
There is flaws, sure, but like it's better than most of the Gacha videos I have seen. And joy to talk about those said bad Gacha videos.
Oh, yeah. Ghost Kitty, this is what you're saying in this comment is similar to what I remember someone screaming out when I watched Across the Spider-Verse in theaters.
Oh God.
Yeah, like it got to the moment where it was like to be continued, and then like one kid just went like, "No, I hate it, I hate you," like that.
I heard a lot of people thought that Across the Spider-Verse is just going to be like the last movie or whatever when it's actually supposed to be a trilogy. Like, I remember people like talking about everyone was like screaming like, "What? No, what do you mean to be Kateo?" And I'm like,
I could sense a trilogy happening, but there's a difference between that and like the movie not having like the ending, so to speak, because it sort of like gears up where you think it's gonna be like the final battle against like the villain that's been like gathering strength this entire time, and also it's like another time or something. It gears up, the music is there, and like when like says like the final line of the battle, like da 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 to be continued. That's why it feels like a betrayal, not because like people weren't expecting a trilogy necessarily.
I knew that there was gonna be like one or more sequels when I watched it Into the Spider-Verse movie after seeing the after credits scene. Like, oh yeah, they're totally gonna make more.
I mean, they'd be
out
foolish
of
not
this.
to. It could have been a standalone movie, but I mean, given its success, they as a studio, they'd be foolish not to try and milk it a bit more.
Right. So I still need to see Across the Spider-Verse because I heard it's so good. So I'm like, and plus I'm a Spider-Man fan. Although I did.
Yeah. I tell you what, I gushed so much about that movie that I took like an entire hour of Walking Wednesday to go through it. Like multiple recording sessions to get through like what I'd experienced. So yeah, there was a lot.
Wow.
Anyway, back to this. So basically, this is like the same level of cliffhanger, like fury, I suppose, Across the Spider-Verse produced, which, considering how great that movie is, speaks to the quality of this video. I think its biggest problem probably is the fact that it's short, doesn't have time to go into the details. It feels like it speeds across Juliet being revealed to be a lesbian and like how she discovers that. That would probably take a lot longer than just like one scene or like one like moderately okay conversation with another human female. And I guess also, Juliet sort of like realizes like immediately, like in one conversation, oh, that's what I used to sound like a whole 5 hours ago. I need to change my ways. It should be like more to like suffered more, like because if Charlotte had raised her more as one of her status, then she would have realized, oh, this is what I've been doing to everyone, this is how it feels to them, and then learns that from them.
Yeah.
They both feel like a bit more. And again, I guess Juliet's thing was not necessarily like learning to be more assertive, it's just kind of like fixing what Jules had left behind. And I guess that being the reward, the luxurious lifestyle being a reward for her. Completely glossing over, of course, that her mother has been removed from the equation completely. Like, I get like having arguments with your parents and such, but I don't get like, oh, I've been taken away from the ton. I guess I will never try and resolve this ever, or even ask about her from the person who now lives in my house. Yeah, no, just never mind. Enjoy your engagement to Timothy, and yeah, whatever. I guess you're fine with arranged marriages, and I'm not.
Wow. Now, excuse me while I go write a story about a city of orphans. I cannot take that name seriously.
Honestly, I want to write a new Gacha story now, actually, about two pen pals who actually they find out like they've been saying that to each other through like this service, like this mail service that actually like takes the letters across time. So they've been living in two different time periods. And they actually decide, okay, we're going to use this and we're going to find a way to swap, and that's how they do it. And like,
ooh, that would be fun. That kind of reminds me. I don't think it's like the same thing, but it's kind of similar to like the Lake House. I don't know if you heard of that movie or not.
I haven't.
Oh god, it was a weird, interesting romance movie. Keanu Reeves is in it, I think, if I remember right. And someone else who is famous, but it's like there's this lake's house that this girl moved out, but this guy moved in, but they're like in different timelines or whatever. Because I guess he's like the new I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a time romantic movie. So if you're interested in that, go watch it, I guess.
Okay. All right then. Just like the story with our butts, make why decide to prep so many videos. Yeah, and like the modern ones as well. I'm not like
that's good. Like I want more.
I've got to like ponder that now as a phenomenon. Like privating the ones that like are probably like your best work. Maybe the old ones are preserved because they are so old that enough time has passed for them to not reflect the current state of a person's editing. And that's why it feels like they're okay to preserve. But that's like the opposite mentality to what lots of other people did. Normally they delete the old stuff so that people think they were always as good.
Still up.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah,
I guess...
like only of like this year has been like probably like the videos from like year and many more years ago are still available.
Yeah, so essentially the ones that I said, like, when I said MimiXD returned to Gacha to do some music videos and such, and how I hadn't like watched all of them, but I watched some of them out of a sense of the channel. Yeah, way to like date my words instantly from Walking Wednesday and from this video. This stream aged like milk while it was still being poured. While the milk was actively falling into the glass, it was beginning to curdle beneath our very eyes.
More. Give me more. Put this video back on private. Make it public. It's so good. Like, why?
Okay. It's actually pretty good.
Yes, okay, I tell you what, everyone watching this, comment on my video part 2, please. Comment for part 2 on this video so that something happens. And I'll send that to MimiXD on Discord.
Everyone, do everything you can to say bring back Time Switch and make part 2. Everyone, cheer her on because she did this incredible thing where we watch actual good stuff.
Yeah, with characters we actually want to see more of. Like, Jules was unlikable, but she was unlikable in a likable way, if that makes sense. Like, she wasn't like over the top spoiled, and clearly knew she was going to learn from the error of her ways. And if anything, like the coolest thing that she essentially, I mean, I guess the coolest thing she did was like the thing she did to like the older chefs and stuff. But even that was played for laughs in the moment, and it actually ended up leading to...
we want more. Hashtag maybe we want more.
Yes. Yeah, more hashtag more Mimi.
Yes.
Okay, that's the one. Hashtag more Mimi.
Hashtag more Mimi. Everyone, post that everywhere. Cheer her on.
Okay, I'm guessing she forgot the community tab post was there because I mean I forget what I post on there sometimes.
Right.
But yeah, do all of that stuff, and yeah, by all means, I will definitely ask like, was this review something to do with it? Because like the timing feels like very, very coincidental, but
that
I don't know.
Was
we'll
crazy.
See.
Like, oh my god, I thought Josh just didn't click the video right. I'm like, you know what? I will just click on the video just to see if he's tricking me or not. And I'm like, oh wait, no, he's not lying.
We witnessed history in real time today.
Oh god.
All right. Well, I guess that's all we can say for now. Until the next time that MimiXD decides to make a return.
And by the way, guys,
go back to being an ex-Gacha tuber. I don't know.
By the way, guys, I have learned my lesson, so most of my videos are staying put up unless something strange has happened where I didn't delete my video, YouTube did.
Yeah. Which is what happened to the other Mimi. I knew the two Mimis, and both of the stuff I viewed with people called Mimi ended up getting prompted. Even My Endless Hope was prompted once, and then I encouraged her to like put it back on.
Yes, Clone 9 will still be free. The Zelda movie will still be free to watch, everyone. Well, the Zelda movie hasn't come out yet, but it's getting close. Just watch
Ponies
out for it, guys.
will remain on the internet for the rest of time.
Ponies will stay on the internet forever. Who knows? Maybe we'll have more ponies. I don't know. I'm still working on the Zelda movie.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I don't know. He didn't got me any idea. Well, technically, you guys gave me an idea of how I should continue the ponies movie. So, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Okay,
but for now, the Zelda Project movie is coming out. Watch out, guys, because it's really getting close. So.
This is fair, and the original Mutant Girl Season 1, the videos that we have already remade, episodes 1 through 5, they're still staying up there. Mostly because I need proof that it's still the longest running Gacha series, and I can't do that if episode 1 is gone. But other than that, they're still staying up.
I don't have any series yet. I'm still working on that. Like,
you have videos, though. You do have videos.
Yes, I do have videos, but right now I'm kind of T-posing into Abyss when it comes to Monster Compendium, because I am fighting against a lot of fetches in my real life right now. Jacob, you know those factors. Do not spill those beans, my man.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not going to.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff happening in my neck of the woods. None of it good, all of it bad. And I'm gonna go eat.
I will do the same thing. Not for the same reason, but I will do the same thing. So thanks everyone for watching
I eat
this.
because I'm bad.
Yeah. Please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters.
Yes.
Subscribe to us already. Subscribe to MimiXD. Well, that might help.
Hashtag more Mimi!
Exactly. Comment hashtag more Mimi.
Let's
Comment hashtag me on like every single MimiXD video.
Yes! Please!
everyone,
that'd
let's
be
go,
great.
Raja. Let's make her feel loved.
Exactly.
Show her support!
And who knows? Maybe some point for if these old videos are staying on, perhaps that's for a reason. Maybe I will end up checking out those videos at some point, and then they'll also disappear. Or maybe Mimi is now lurking at this point, saying like, "I gotta get rid of these quickly." I don't know.
Oh,
I truly have no idea anymore.
Maybe don't. Hashtag more Mimi. And
Yeah.
subscribe, like Jacob said. Leave your opinions, like and subscribe. And yeah.
All right. And on that note, until next time.
Bye!
Oh no.